I want to see if I can actually like steal one of the cameras from the front.
She would.
I want
Like
to see
this
if
character.
it's a possible. No, it doesn't look like there's any. No prompts for that. Oh. No, I was examining the.
Surely there's something that can help us amongst all this junk.
I was examining the box. That wasn't doing anything.
The collectible box.
If you were the proprietor of this shop, where would you put the cameras?
Let's go behind
Where
the
in
desk.
the
Normal person.
And again, like
Oh, hey.
other
The
characters.
trapper.
Imagine cuddling
Yep.
up to that at night.
There's another one.
Yay! We found him.
That's funny.
What's this?
Pull string just for light up eyes.
That's a film reel.
Oh. Oh. Hi, lady.
I'm glad to see you're all having fun. But if you insist on using my store as a playground, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to take it outside.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
Just make sure you put it back where you found it.
Wait, we're just looking for something to replace this?
Oh, I see.
We're making a film, and we broke it.
Got anything that could help us?
With all the cameras in the window, we just thought we'd see.
There was one thing. I'm just not sure I still have it. I'll have to look in my back room for a few moments, if you don't mind waiting.
We don't mind.
I'll just be a minute.
Something's off with the lip syncing there for a second.
I mean, I have to watch the stream, so
Yeah.
I can.
10 to 1, she brings us a photo camera.
Or a telescope.
Shh. Give her a minute.
Let's see. Could
It's a cursed camera. It's an evil camera.
No.
No shit.
Maybe in this one. Yes,
Here you are.
you are.
She comes running out straight at us with a giant chainsaw. I'm getting like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Whoa. May I?
I insist.
That's a fucking.
That's a fucking camera-ass camera.
Hell yeah. Like,
There is definitely a curse on that
It's
thing.
pretty old.
I like.
Possible.
And me
we
personally,
could make it work.
I am
but
somebody that does
it's
get
not
fascinated
exactly what
seeing,
we had in mind.
like, old tech like that. Like,
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
probably lie to her or say, like, oh, it's $5. And,
$10.
$10.
well, what do you know?
Oh, we don't have to. We just say it.
Okay, sure. I think that seems reasonable for something like this.
We took the price.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for finding us a camera.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. It truly is such a joy.
Now they just gotta
to
make
see
sure they
young
have
people
film for the
so
damn thing.
Passionate about the arts.
Yeah. Yep, that's us.
I mean, at that, you know, in 1980, you could say that making movies were still an art.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck you call it now. But wait a minute, did they still have their film in that camera? they
I
just left it?
hope not.
I
Anyway, it's
I'm
your
sure
turn
they
to play
wouldn't
as old
Okay.
Linda.
Yep. I'm sure they wouldn't be that stupid.
I hope not.
All right, I'll keep on my toes so I can make decisions quickly.
I have worn many masks over the centuries.
Over the
Dr.
centuries?
Augustine Lieber was renowned, professional, and trusted. Frank Stone confided in me, allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a
Did the
new
shopkeeper
guise,
lady have a name?
a
No, she
new
did not.
Timeline,
And she is the
a
same
new
person.
chance.
Oh wait, oh.
Giving them the camera, I admit, was unfair,
she's our-
even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands,
Interesting.
nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill. But what true creator wouldn't suffer?
The
for
camera
their
was
art?
cursed.
Damn.
And that means Chris, or sorry, Yolinda had a cursed camera. Chris too, I guess. These walls have eyes.
Sure. They're just a bunch of more cursed cameras in the walls.
Okay.
Compassionate or probing?
Probing.
Probing, okay.
Bad dream?
Ugh. How long was I out? I don't even remember falling asleep.
15, 20 minutes?
Good thing I didn't have that
Seems
drink
like it was
earlier.
a pretty intense dream.
Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the
Or her
1,000-foot
private
long elephant
reliquary.
in the
God.
room?
1,000?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just such a stupid word.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before, huh?
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh. Right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's
Yeah,
associated
she wasn't
with you.
directing it. That was fucking
Crystalline
Karen.
collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
Do you think
So,
that Madison's
all of our
related
film
to
strips,
Jaime?
They're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
Maybe?
They're not
And just
fakes.
and like they just aren't aware
Why is
that
that
they know each that
And
have
all
that connection
stuff you
that
said
her,
about
her
it
and
being
Linda.
cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA
Could
interrogation,
be.
total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So they say.
Depending on like
If Augustine wants the only known surviving
who,
pieces of
who
it,
her mom's related
he's gonna
to.
have to pay up.
Yeah, that's good. We don't know.
Why do you think she wants it so bad?
You know, there
I
could
mean,
be a
The
lot of
mom
stuff that
could
happened.
be
in-
Jaime's sister.
Cursed, right?
Like yeah, there could be a lot of
I
stuff
prefer not
between
to
like
dwell on the past.
since this is
Here,
like
someone's
2024,
offering
like
virus
44
I don't see how
years.
else Maddie
all
could
I'm
have a
concerned with
copy
right
of the
now.
film or
Providence
part of
goes
the
a
film.
long way towards a successful sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would
Since-
very
Possibly,
much
yeah.
like to know why Augustine is so desperate
Since
to get her
the-
hands on this film.
The sister did pony up $10.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent.
We are, by the way,
I don't know
playing
about
this
you
blind for the
idiots, but I
YouTube
have been
viewers.
itching to
Yeah,
get a little
yeah. Like
look-see around
we
the
have
big
no
old house
knowledge
of
about anything that
curiosities.
goes on in this other
we
than it's a
allowed
dead.
to?
All
by
I knew is there
daylight
were two
thing.
timelines. I didn't know anything else about the
What do
story.
you say, director? Want to keep sitting around,
Or I guess two
Wanna
two
peek behind the
eras,
curtain?
more accurately. Commanding or dismissive about towards this punk ass bitch?
Dismissive.
I think I'm good here.
You're lost.
We'll let him go on his own. I don't really care about Stan.
Yeah, you go on ahead with your pink fucking salmon-colored fucking pants.
Objective talk.
So,
Let's look around a
murder
little bit
mill?
first.
Oh hell yeah.
That's a bolt.
It's a big ass bolt.
Ratchet would be a fan of that. That's the Epic of Gilgamesh book from before.
This lady wearing like tennis shoes?
I think so. Yeah.
Huh. No, I mean not what I would expect, especially with that outfit she's got on. But hey, whatever. You know.
Oh yeah,
if
these are
they're
like
comfortable.
sneakers.
Yeah, that's like. She's wearing. She looks like she's wearing jeans too. Like.
Empty glass.
She's like business casual.
Yeah. I think she dressed for travel and not for looks.
Probably. Which, you know what? Good on her.
Yeah.
Do you really think Augustine might be up to something? Like, do you think she isn't gonna follow through on her offers?
Cynical or dubious?
Cynical.
Never trust an offer until the money's in the bank, figuratively speaking. Especially if it seems too good to be true.
Come on, not everyone's trying to outmaneuver
I mean,
everyone else.
that's
all the
probably
time.
what I would
You're
say.
in my business.
Well, show business is not real life.
Real life is overrated.
Maybe, but it's the only life I got.
Only if you believe that.
Maddie doesn't like this.
Oof.
Look.
Hey, you guys might want to come take a look at this.
All right, out of my way, Maddie.
Oh no.
Why don't we
You
go
gotta
look around
push your way
together?
past her.
Unless you want to stay here by yourself.
Okay. Oh, never thought you'd
Yeah.
handle Maddie
They
better
definitely
than
split these up
I guess
between
I'll-
timelines. Like, I'm playing the past,
Oh,
you're playing the
nothing.
present.
Never mind.
What were you shouting about?
Look at this place. You should shoot one of your movies here.
Why?
Because it's cool.
I
as
mean, you knew
hell.
it was big before you walked in, considering how large it was
Might
from
as
the
well take a look
outside.
around.
This does look like Castlevania, though.
Can't
Y-
deny
yeah,
this, place would
this
make
is
an
like-
incredible film location.
Like, straight up.
This looks like Castlevania.
So, you know, okay, not to shit on
Love your
anybody's
outfit, by
taste,
the way.
but like,
Thanks. It's
if I had the money
well, the
to
shooting
have a
range out.
mansion
And a
this
belt.
big,
I got a
built
sheet from
any
a
way
guy.
I want,
He's got
Yeah.
a guy who's got a pants
I
guy,
wouldn't
so
make
got
it
these
look
pants
haunting
from
as
his
all
guy's
hell.
guy.
No.
Like, I wouldn't.
Just
I
right
definitely
guy
have
who
like
also
I definitely have a lot
blazer,
more sunlight
which
coming
is
into
like
this area.
name of the
Yeah,
VIP
like, I'd
club
wanna-
edition.
Like, I feel like I'd want to
wanna
feel
see?
good walking around
Sure.
in it in the dark.
Found a turtleneck in his
Yeah.
You know, like,
Ah,
because
yes.
it's like,
Let's
cause
check out
like
the
my
other
house,
floors.
like
Good
my
thing.
house
Although
personally.
I confess, I just wouldn't have a house this big.
What?
Yeah, true.
Before all this goes any
Like,
further,
like in all fairness, like
I need
I'd
to
be.
know how both of you got your pieces of the film.
I don't think I could deal with. I really could
well,
not deal
it's
with like
no
having like a
secret, really.
mansion-sized house like this.
After my
I'd-
mom died a few months ago,
I'd be
Okay,
more
her
than
mom
happy.
had the film.
Maddie,
Huh?
what was your mom's name?
both or
What was her mom's
Was it
name?
Bonnie Rivera?
Yeah, it.
Her mom was
How
the
did you know
sister.
that?
Uh huh.
You look just like her.
Did you know my mom?
It's
Had a
small
long time
world
ago.
after
Whole
all.
other life.
Sure is.
Her younger brother Jaime was one of my closest friends.
Uncle Jaime. I never met him.
I hadn't heard that Bonnie had passed.
Yeah, it
She
was.
never met
pretty
Uncle
sudden.
Jaime.
Never met Uncle Jaime.
Wow. Maddie, that's quite
That looks
sad.
like that shook her up.
Very
Shut up, Stan.
touching.
God, I'm
Comforting or probing?
comforting.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that. It's never easy to lose someone you love.
Thanks. Lucky for me, it wasn't my first rodeo.
She appreciates it.
Bonnie,
Yeah, I was able
wish I'd
to
stayed
make
in
up
touch
for
with her.
being cynical earlier.
Yeah. Your
Weren't you
first correct
wondering
choice
where
during this
both of our
section.
film strips came from?
It.
I don't
I mean,
suppose
look,
you
man.
like to enlighten me.
Of course.
I feel like
And
Well,
I
can't
feel
just
like
tell you for free,
Stan's
can I?
here to get
Oh,
fucking
fuck Stan.
bodied.
Animation is very
Yeah, like
valuable.
he's here to be a victim,
what's your price?
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're not gonna feel
what?
bad if we can't save him.
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
We'll try certainly, but like correct me if I'm wrong, but he looks like the kind of motherfucker that tried to be like, yo, let me tell you about NFTs.
Oh, 100%. 1,000%. 1,000,000% even.
He tried to sell you on his
This
fucking...
man definitely knows about Bored Apes.
Cool
Like,
statue.
look, man, like,
Missing
you don't
a
get
piece,
it.
though.
I know some guys, and we're
Wow.
developing a Web3
Powerful.
game for the Epic Store.
Quite a piece.
Yes.
Look at the metalwork.
That is 100% the person Stan is.
Okay, that door is a fucking Resident Evil puzzle.
Oh, it sure
That-
is. The Face of Evil, the true story of
Sensationalist
Frank
trash.
Stone.
Sam Green took down Frank Stone.
He didn't have all his face at the end of it. That's for sure.
Sensationalist trash.
Wow.
Well. Interesting. There are suspicions that Frank Stone committed his crimes with the help of an accomplice.
Uh-huh.
I should check on
Like
Maddie.
a certain
Yeah.
timeline
Can't be
traveling
easy, maybe
lady
someone
that
told Mom's
do it, it was
past.
you here to
also
save me.
ran that fucking shop.
No way.
Yeah.
You'd be climbing the walls.
Looks like it
looking for
opens with
way
a
out.
key.
And gave
Stan?
our
Not
intrepid
in a
film crew
million
the
years. No
the cursed
way.
camera.
Quite intentionally.
Yes.
You'd really get a kick out of this place. And then you'd probably kick me out of this place and keep it all to yourself.
Talking to someone special?
What? What do you mean?
Like Bonnie, perhaps?
I was in Berlin, at school, when I heard she was sick. But it was my midterms, and she said I should just come home when I finished. So I did. But by then it was too late.
Oof.
She died
Damn, that's gotta
while I
suck.
was over the Atlantic.
I mean,
It,
It all
it's
happened
a hard
so fast,
situation.
it doesn't
yeah,
feel
like
she's
how did
gone.
she know? And
So I just kind of pretend like she isn't.
and,
She
and you
was a
know,
good
trying to be
talker.
like considerate of like your
Yeah,
kids
she was.
needing to finish their education.
Yeah.
You know, like
Hey, look at this. This was just last summer.
Last summer.
I know you
Damn.
said it had been a really
So it's
long
raw.
time, but
It's very raw.
can you tell me anything
Whoa.
about her from when you knew her?
Gosh. Well, she was the most intimidating girl I've ever met. Even after I got to know her. She did everything she wanted to do, and nobody could stop her.
she was into
That
fucking
sounds
goth
like
makeup
Mom.
shit, man.
Hell yeah.
Any good stories?
Nostalgic or curt?
Nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something I've been thinking about. I've never told anyone else. It was
man,
a
was she into
long
girls?
time ago. We were just kids making a movie. Jaime, Chris, and me. Everything's still so fuzzy about what happened, but
Oh, they definitely did
there's one
did
thing
the
that
nasty.
always just stuck in my
Oh
mind.
man.
Clear as a bell. That night, we were on our way home from picking up a new camera.
They definitely did the nasty.
We were
Oh,
driving past
man.
the Rivera's house. The garage,
Garage
door
door
was
was
wide
open wide, full of
light.
lights.
And the craziest fucking sound you ever heard was just tearing out of there in every direction.
Oh, she was playing punk rock.
Hell yeah,
And
she
right in the
was.
middle of it all was Bonnie. I don't think I've
like,
ever
"Fuck the
seen
establishment."
anyone so completely in tune with themselves.
Hell yeah.
The only thing that mattered was that moment. Nothing else.
Totally wanted to get in her pants.
Oh, 100%.
That was your mom.
Oh, who wouldn't?
Thank you.
Maddie's happy to
guys?
hear that.
Look,
What?
What, Stan? You're
I
ruining the
don't see
mood.
anything.
You ruined my groove.
there, right there.
Oh my god, there's someone out there.
Concerned or flippant?
Concerned.
If someone else did find out this deal is going down, they might be after the film strips.
Healthy competition does make for better offers.
My guess is that if they're all dressed in black and prowling around the place like a thief, they're not here to make an offer.
Maybe they just want to make a dramatic entrance.
Should we tell Augustine? They might be dangerous.
Even if you wanted to tell her, good luck finding her.
She said she was going to her private reliquary. That's a place for artifacts, right?
Yes.
There's artifacts all over the place.
Right.
You would hope so, unless
if
they're
you
like
were
so
gonna
far
have
up
a
their ass.
private
It's like,
place
nah,
for
this is just
extra
where I
special,
keep. This
extra
is where I keep my
valuable
vinyls.
artifacts,
Like,
maybe you'd put them behind a door like that.
Good
Got a
deduction.
point.
Can't we just knock?
yeah, like I
Is
said,
there
that's a
anything
that's a
get through
fucking
that,
Resident
including
Evil door.
sound?
Like that's
Which
something
means
that.
it
Yeah,
might
that's
be
something
the
that you
safest
find
place
the
to be,
four keys
whether
with
Augustine's
the
in
with
there or
the
not.
suits on them and
Yeah,
unlock.
that's what Ethan Winters had to find like 3 objects in order to get
Solve my
through
riddles 3.
the fucking Demetrusk Manor.
Okay,
you-
it's my turn to play as Jaime. Not. We probably won't finish the section depending on how long it
Yeah,
is.
considering.
The Phantom
Jaime.
of Cedar Steel.
Okay.
Spooky boys are back,
Taking so
Xeno
long.
Christ, except this
Hell
stream is
yeah, we
almost
are.
over.
Production meeting before we shoot. Van's already all loaded up.
We had something
I read an
to
article
keep
that said
us
girls
occupied
don't
this
like it
year.
when guys get all
Yeah.
twisted up about their punctuality.
We're playing the Dead
find
by
it
Daylight
controlling.
game.
What? Why did you need an article to tell you that?
I just thought you
I
might
will
find that
admit,
information
I'd be
useful.
curious if they do
I'm not trying to
collaborate on
control
something like
Chris.
this again.
Just
To,
got a lot to do.
especially if like they could tell some kind of story like this of like an existing killer or something.
Hey, right on
Yeah.
time.
Time to get cooking.
Time to get cooking. We're gonna cook you in the furnace, Chris. We're gonna cook you
What?
for Thanksgiving dinner.
Trying to keep a little.
You just tell her it's like, nah, it's for a movie, and then she'd be into
Alright.
it.
Oh hell yeah!
Is everybody ready to get this production meeting started?
Fucking-
We got a big
Then you
night
burn the
ahead of us.
film.
Guys,
That's
I
just
gotta tell you,
stupid.
my mind's going like a million miles an hour right now. Did you know you can get like every newspaper article ever written at the library? It's insane. It's all right there.
No, tell me more.
I've spent like all day looking up
Libraries
every single
are
thing I
great.
could find about
Libraries
the
are
stone,
great. We
the mill,
stand
the
libraries
murders.
in this stream.
We are sitting
Oh,
on
yeah,
a freaking
even
gold
today,
mine
like-
here.
Sounds like a productive
I
day.
think like I've heard some podcasts kind of mention this to where it's like if you
And
have
yes, I have
a
some help
library
from my,
card with your local
assistant.
library, and you
I ain't
can
pleased.
use that on like some like digital like reading
reminds me.
services like
Now that you
Yeah.
are an
or like ebook
official
services, like
member
you
of
can
the
use
team,
that. Like it's
Gotta wear the
it's
team
kind of
jersey.
fantastic.
Wow.
Also, if you need help
This
making
is
your resume or submitting
Oh,
online
this is
applications,
amazing.
your
yeah.
librarian is happy to do that.
You wanna wear the
It
stripes?
costs
You can earn
nothing
the
for a
rights.
library card. To my
I promise I'll
understanding.
be the best
Most libraries,
ancillary
indeed.
producer you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
production assistant.
Yeah, totally.
go to my library.
It's been a hot minute since I've been in the
These
library. I
dries.
should fix that.
I bet it's fucking great.
Whoa. Wait, where's Sheriff Green?
Yeah, so...
Support
Dad's
your
never
local
exactly been
libraries out
stoked
there,
about that.
kids.
But I thought he got the guy.
Yeah. And Sheriff Kushik took all the credit. People around here knew what was up, but
Let me see that.
This one's a 10-year retrospective. They go into all sorts of grisly details left out of the press the first time around.
and Dad got a little more credit too.
This is big deal stuff. We're making
Okay,
our
so
movie
Sheriff
in the
Green
very
got
same
passed over
spot
for credit
it
even
went
though he
down.
did the
Can't beat that.
heroics.
You know what? All things considered, it makes sense.
Stone's victims
Like
were
I can believe.
He is a black
why.
man and
Real people.
Yeah.
This was a real
in
person.
the 80s, in
Yeah?
the 60s, in the
So?
In the,
70s.
in the 60s, yeah. Like,
It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to look at their picture.
And this is suddenly now a problem for you?
It's not a problem. It's just a little weird.
You were just like super gung-ho when I got here. What gives, man?
Nothing. I just don't want to, like,
What indeed?
exploit any of the victims or whatever.
We're not gonna exploit Stone's victims. I'm just trying to maximize the potential of our main location. That's how you make a good movie.
She so sounds like a fucking CEO scumbag. like.
Yeah, 100%. We'll play Jaime as an honest
Little
little boy.
It's not about
Like,
the mill.
we're not exploiting
So what's the big
anyone
deal?
if we don't treat them like
You don't think
human
you're, like,
beings.
a little too excited about everything that happened there?
Like, wow. Like,
Jaime, if it
only a
bothers you
white
so
person.
much,
Only.
you can always stay home.
Chris,
He's kind of number one on the call sheet.
Oh,
What
man.
does that mean?
He's the main actor. We can't shoot without him.
Yeah, I know. I was just kidding, obviously. Obviously.
Obviously.
Rob and I are gonna look for any more locations
Oh
in the
my
mill
God.
connected to Stone where we can shoot. Then I'm gonna go make this thing. Any way I have to.
Okay.
It's like we're not exploiting victims. We're like, that is exactly.
Chris's fixation on Frank Stone worries you.
I mean,
It sure does.
that's reasonable. Like, yeah, the way she talked, it's like we're not exploiting any. We're max. Is like just that fucking language. Like that is exactly like high up managers and shit talk. Like I swear, like.
Let's spend the next 2 minutes just to look at what things are like so far.
Yeah, we got this doll and.
All right, so Linda likes us. Sam and Chris were kind of neutral on. It's good to know.
Right.
Let's talk about our fates.
Yeah,
okay,
this
is just telling us what happened. We haven't had any consequences to go with them yet. Okay.
Okay. Fate can change, though.
Fate can change.
You start with these.
And it's got our 3 different eras.
Yeah, 1960 basically being pretty much resolved unless they decide to like go back there. For
Okay,
some
I like
reason.
that Linda's in the same place in both of them because like they keep it's all 5 characters. That,
Oh,
like
yeah.
if there was
that's
some scene where he played as Sam here in the 80s, his like stuff would be here.
That's cool. That's a nice little detail.
Yes. Okay, that is pretty nifty. That's pretty nifty.
Supermassive know their shit.
Yes, like this is Sam's dedicated column. Then each of them have their own dedicated columns. Okay, I see. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
That's pretty good.
That makes it easy to keep track at a glance too. All
Especially
right.
Since Dan doesn't have a column, because fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's not one of the 5.
We don't have to worry about him.
So, what are your thoughts so far on this experience?
Well, I think whatever happens to Chris, she's asking for whatever the fuck happens to her.
100%.
Depending on like, you know, maybe we get her out alive. I don't know, but like if we don't, it's like you fucking asked for this.
Since Stan is not on the group of 5, I think you're right. He is probably going to be
he's gonna be a
designated victim.
Like, and again, maybe we could save him. I won't be surprised if we can't.
I won't cry if we can't.
No.
Or if we don't.
That's one less person shilling NFTs.
But I'm interested so far.
I am too.
There's a good hook here. No pun intended.
Seeing where this God damn it.
But for now, we are good. I am Brandon Carey. Joining me as always is Chris Acharya. And we will see you next week. No Assassin's Creed 2 DLC for a hot minute, but we'll get back to that when we're done this.
No, we got some spooks to get to.
We got some spoops to go through. Good night, y'all.